WWCD 102.5, the alternative station. Joe Jewett in the morning show. It's 8:51 now. Time for your weekly gaming report. That's brought to you by Comic Town. Remember, Comic Town is your source for comic books and more. Chuck from Gaming Nexus in. How you doing, Chuck?
Not too bad, Joe. How about yourself?
I'm good. We got 2 games this week. Let's talk about them.
Sure. Up first, we have Madden NFL 13, which is coming out with the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3.
All right.
It's Madden week, so if you've got coworkers who are suddenly sick or look especially hungover, this might be the reason why. So
people still into Madden like they were.
They still do. You know, a couple years ago, they actually measured the productivity impact that every Madden release has every year, and it was either, I can't remember, it was in the tens of millions or hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
But it was a significant impact.
I know they're always successful, but are they as successful as they were?
I think so. I think they're still kind of maintaining that kind of average. Are they growing year over year?
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
But they're certainly hitting that same plateau every year.
Okay, enough that it's worth it for them to keep putting it in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, definitely. And that's a huge... I think, EA has the exclusive license to the NFL, so it's not like they have any competition.
Any new features on this one?
So normally every year you get kind of like some graphical tweaks, a new feature here or there, and they just kind of, on a roster update, so they just kind of turn it out. Mm-hmm. But this year, EA's really gone back through and they've gutted the entire game and rebuilt the engine from scratch. And they put in what they're calling the Infinity Engine.
Okay.
And so it gives you much more lifelike player animations and movements. So normally, like if you throw like that long pass to receiver over the middle, they're going to run, and then all of a sudden there's going to be like a jerk where they kind of turn and they catch the ball. This time they can actually catch it on the fly.
Okay.
So it's another next level of realism, that next level of kind of making the game much more like the product, in real life.
Okay.
And so you no longer have kind of this spine, breaking jukes or tackles or things like that. It's a much more realistic feel of the game.
Okay. Anything else interesting in this one?
Yeah, they kind of tweaked the career mode, the online mode, so you can still kind of grow your own player or be a coach. This year, you can't actually import... Normally, in previous years, if you played NCAA Football 13, you could grow a player on that and then kind of import them into Madden. Mm-hmm. They're kind of skipping that this year due to some issues, but it looks really good. And, of course, you can't talk Madden without talking about the Madden curse.
Right.
So this year, if you have Calvin Johnson in your fantasy football league, I wouldn't...
Not going to go well for you?
No, not at all.
Likely not.
Yeah. Game scored real well. Normally, it's scoring above what it usually scores, so if you kind of hold off every year, this might be the one to pick up because they've done a really good job with the game.
Okay. Madden NFL 13 for Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. And we have Rock Band Blitz.
Yep, and that's also coming out for the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. And this is done by Harmonix, who are the guys who did the Rock Band games.
Yeah.
And so that you had like the fake instruments you could kind of rock out with your friends. Very kind of a social experience. This one is a bit of a step in a different direction, and it's a single-player only game. So you're going to download this, and you still have kind of the note highway, which is the notes kind of start at the top, and you kind of scroll down from the top, and you have to kind of click the buttons in synchronization with those. But now you have to kind of manage all the instruments yourself, and so you have to kind of power one up.
So it's just like Rock Band for people that don't have friends?
It's more like Rock Band for people who don't want to spend a couple $100 on like fake controllers.
Okay.
It's a really different game. I mean, it's a little... You're competing on score more than you're competing with your friends.
It doesn't sound nearly as fun.
Probably not, but it's still a great game.
Yeah.
But what's really cool about it is that if you own the Rock Band games, you can actually import your songs in. So you're getting 25 songs with the game itself for $15, which is not a bad deal. And then you've got access to 4,000 more songs beyond that through the Rock Band network. So there's a ton of content out there for it. I would encourage people to play it before they buy it because it's kind of a different experience.
Okay.
But everyone I know who has played it has really enjoyed it.
Okay. Rock Band Blitz for Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. And you do have one more we can do real quick. That's Guild Wars 2.
Yeah, this is a sequel to Guild Wars. And what was different about the original Guild Wars is it was the first kind of MMO online role-playing game that didn't have a subscription. And so they're like, here's $50, here's your game, go nuts. They've really done a good job of upgrading the game. It looks gorgeous. It's a lot deeper than your typical MMO. There's a lot of roll your own. There's a lot of focus on storytelling and a heavy focus on player versus player combat, which is very different than most MMOs. It looks really good. People I know have really enjoyed it so far.
Okay.
I wouldn't buy it today. Wait till Friday to avoid the rush. But other than
Calvin Johnson on the cover of that one?
No, not this one.
No. Guild Wars 2 out for PC. Thank you, Chuck.
Thank you.
All right, 8:55.
The alternative station, CD 102.5.